I want to tell the story of two brothers.
Two brothers on their way.
Not those two. Because over 100 years ago, two brothers from Chicago, Illinois were inexplicably tied together in Hollywood history. Born around the turn of the century, Roy Oliver Disney always supported and made his little brother Walt's dreams come true. Because Walt, even in his family, was known as the dreamer, the performer, the one with all the charisma, where Roy was a little quieter, more subdued, a little bit more analytical than his younger brother. Well, the two moved together to California and started the Disney Brothers Studio in 1923, where Walt really wanted to tackle high-stakes gambles like sound cartoons, eventually creating Mickey Mouse, Snow White, feature animation, live-action features, and much later, Disneyland the theme park. And as stakes grew higher, Walt and Roy were known to get into shouting matches with each other, each time resolving and forgiving each other. But I would imagine, especially the company at this time, it was kind of seen as normal. After all, they were siblings, like two brothers duking it out, and they always found some kind of resolution. Into the third and fourth decade of the company's history, Walt really grew to value his own namesake. He knew that the Walt Disney name had tremendous value, and he saw peers of his like Jack Warner or Samuel Goldwyn becoming identifiable moguls in their own right. He didn't necessarily want their reputation, but he wanted his own name in Hollywood. Meanwhile, Roy was content to be behind the scenes, supporting Walt's dreams financially, being meticulous, strategic, and calculated. But a relational snag came in when Walt endeavored to create WED Enterprises. Now, today, WED is known as Walt Disney Imagineering, but originally, this company was completely separate from the main Disney company. It was like a creative workshop for Walt, where he could mine the best talent from the main Disney company and move them to create things like Disneyland or theme park attractions. But this decision left Walt, not the family, not the company, left Walt himself as the sole owner of Disneyland, Disney parks, ownership of things like the monorail, and even trademarked the name Walt Disney itself. So what started as a family business, just two brothers wanting to make something of themselves, slowly turned into this tense family environment. And not because Roy wanted to stroke his own ego, but because it looked like Walt wanted to take an extra share, not only for himself, but for Walt's side of the family. So the tensions didn't just exist between these two brothers, but between both sides of the Disney family. And that tension didn't go anywhere. It lingered. Eventually, the two companies did come to terms, but the deafening silence between these two brothers remained. Until one day, where Walt sent his older brother Roy a letter for his birthday, along with a gift, an authentic Native American peace pipe. Walt's note to Roy reads, June 24th, 1961. Dear Roy, it is wonderful to smoke the pipe of peace with you again. The clouds that rise are very beautiful. I think between us over the years, we have accomplished something. There was a time when we couldn't borrow $1,000, and now I understand we owe $24 million. But in all sincerity, happy birthday, and many more. And I love you. Signed, Walt. P.S. I can assure you that Lily subscribes to the above and wants to join me in wishing you many, many more happy birthdays to come. P.P.S. Maybe we can get together in Paris. We'll be there from Sunday, June 25th through Wednesday the 28th. Walt. So, Roy made amends with his little brother, decided to put it all behind them. But some still said it was never quite the same as it was before. I mean, Walt still had an agenda to carry out his own name away from his brother. His sights were set on the Disney World project, the most ambitious plans he would ever tackle. But of course, 5 years later, Walt would pass away, never seeing this Florida project completed, and it left this huge gap in the company. Many looked to Roy to see what to do next. And Roy, being a good older brother, decided to move forward with this Florida project, making sure his little brother's last dream would be completed. And I suppose the most moving ending to this story is that when Roy was confronted with plans for the name of this Florida project, it was allegedly his idea to change the name from Disney World to Walt Disney World. And 2 months after opening, Roy passed away, almost 5 years to the day where his little brother passed too. Hey everyone, thank you for watching the video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another video, and I'll see you on the channel.